Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. He scores B+. He's a good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's not the type to talk big, he's more about quietly doing his work and following the rules. He won't climb the ladder with bold moves or by standing out, but by being reliable and sticking to routines. He focuses on doing his job well and keeping things safe, not chasing after big achievements.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's not likely to lose his temper or make a scene. Instead, he quietly pulls away and keeps his feelings inside. He's steady, but doesn't have much fire to push through setbacks.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work will find him polite and easy to get along with because he hates arguments and tries his best not to step on anyone's toes. He avoids conflict, so you won't see him fighting or raising his voice. While he isn't the most social or warm, his polite manners mean others respect him for being fair and calm.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do well in your career, he won't feel threatened or jealous. He's not the type to compete or get insecure about your success. He may simply nod and say, "Well done," rather than showering you with praise.
What if you start earning more than him?
He is unlikely to secretly resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He doesn't tie his self worth tightly to money or being ahead of others, and he avoids fights or drama over such things. Expect him to accept the situation quietly and carry on as usual.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He handles money carefully and likes to keep things organized, so you won't catch him spending without thinking. He prefers to plan and stick to routines, which usually means saving and avoiding risky decisions. Impulsive shopping or big surprises with money are not his style.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives well within his means and doesn't try to impress anyone by acting richer than he is. He values security and stability, so he won't take on big debts or spend just to show off. There's little chance he'll pretend or boast about his lifestyle.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is careful with both his money and his feelings, so you may find him a bit tight when it comes to spending or showing warmth. He isn't the kind to give big gifts or go out of his way to make generous gestures. While he is polite and rarely causes trouble, his kindness shows more in quiet actions than in open generosity.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is open and straightforward about money, not secretive or controlling. He likes things to be clear and organized, so he's likely to share details about expenses and savings without making a fuss. There's little drama or hidden surprises. What you see is what you get.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He believes housework should be shared, not just your job. He values fairness and keeping things orderly, so he's willing to help out around the house. Don't expect him to ignore chores or leave all the work to you. He'll step in and take responsibility.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the kind who will actually do the chores and handle diapers, not just stand around and supervise. He likes routines and believes in pitching in to keep the house running well. You'll find him quietly taking care of his share of the work without making a fuss. If you're hoping for a partner who delivers on their promises, you can count on him to do his part, even with the messy or tiring tasks.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He is not the type to argue just to prove a point. Instead, when there's a disagreement, he tends to go quiet and listens more than he talks. He doesn't push his opinions or raise his voice, and he avoids drawn out fights.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays respectful and rarely says hurtful things or acts aggressive. Instead of raising his voice or lashing out, he tends to go silent and distance himself. He keeps his feelings inside and would rather avoid a scene than create one.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, this is not the kind of man who gets angry quickly. He has a calm nature and keeps his emotions under control. So, sudden outbursts or loud arguments are rare with him. This means you don't need to worry about ignoring any red flags about quick tempers or aggression.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is someone who can quietly say sorry and take responsibility when he's done something wrong. He doesn't like arguing or pointing fingers, so he won't try to blame you just to protect himself. He values peace and fairness, so owning up is easier for him than creating drama.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He values peace and avoids pushing or pressuring anyone. So if you set a boundary, he's likely to accept it without argument or fuss. He isn't forceful or aggressive and he does not want conflict. So he will step back when you say no.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he is not the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He is gentle in this regard and respects your wishes without sulking, shouting, or making you feel guilty. Instead of arguing or trying to change your mind, he is more likely to quietly accept it and give you space.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care and respect. He's not the kind of person who uses your secrets or special moments against you, either to hurt or embarrass you later. Even if he feels upset or distant, he is unlikely to break your trust or speak out of turn.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is faithful and not easily distracted by other women. His quiet, steady nature means he doesn't go looking for excitement or get pulled away by temptation. You can trust that his loyalty is strong even if he's not openly romantic all the time.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he is not over possessive. He does not act jealous, controlling, or suspicious in relationships. His quiet and steady nature means he trusts you and believes in giving personal space.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not a sign of a controlling personality. He shows care through quiet support and keeping things steady, not by trying to control your actions or choices. He doesn't use worry as an excuse to make rules for you or limit your freedom.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and won't expect you to do most of the work alone. He values fairness and routines, so he'll naturally take on his share of chores and childcare, quietly helping with whatever needs to be done. He may not say much about partnership or teamwork, but his actions will show that he's willing to pitch in.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm and not lose his temper. He doesn't have a fiery personality or lash out over mistakes. His steady nature helps create a peaceful home, even when things go wrong.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support your role as both a mother and your own person. He doesn't feel threatened by your independence and respects your need for space and time for yourself. He may not always voice his support with big words or gestures, but he won't put you down or try to hold you back.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will suddenly ask you to quit your career after having a child. He values routines and fairness and quietly expects both partners to do their part, whether at home or at work. If he supports your career now, it's sincere and not just for show.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will act polite and respectful toward your parents, but may not show deep warmth or affection. He believes in good manners and keeping peace, so you'll notice him being courteous and careful not to cause any trouble. If your parents value straightforward respect and gentleness, they'll appreciate him, but if they hope for open warmth, you may need to bridge that gap yourself. He will quietly try to adjust to your family rather than expecting them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly and not make things worse. He prefers to keep peace and avoid arguments, so you won't see him react with anger or create more drama. Instead, he's likely to quietly step back, act polite, and try not to add fuel to the fire.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely to be modern and understanding with you in private, but expect you to act more like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values keeping peace and fitting in with family routines. So when relatives are around, he might prefer that you follow customs and show respect in ways that matter to them. He may not demand it forcefully, but you'll feel his quiet expectation to help maintain family traditions and avoid making waves.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he will usually try to stay out of it rather than openly take sides, including yours or theirs. He doesn't like conflict and prefers to keep things peaceful, so he may quietly step back instead of speaking up strongly for you. This doesn't mean he doesn't care, he just finds it hard to face arguments head on.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a classic mummy's boy, but he is someone who avoids conflict and likes to keep peace in the family. In a conflict with his mother, he isn't likely to take anyone's side openly, not hers and not yours. He'll probably stay quiet, hope things settle down, and handle difficult feelings privately.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he will not share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values privacy and prefers to keep personal matters between the two of you. This can build trust and keep your relationship problems private.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So this is why this guy scores B plus. He's a good guy. Being in a relationship with this man is steady, calm, and predictable. Each day you'll find comfort in routines. Chores get done, bills are paid on time, and the house runs smoothly.